Hello everybody, my name is Maddy, and we are recording. Okay, good. Welcome to this speed build, which is longer than it should be, because I didn't cut out anything. Normally I'll cut out chunks of time where, like, I'm away from my computer, but with this one I did not, because I didn't feel like it. So, we'll see how this goes. This is my first time actually watching it, so let's see what happens. But this house that I built is, like, you see the two Sims at the front right there. They are grandparents to, like, a large family. Like, they're the grandparents to, like, they have like 4 of their own kids, and then all of their kids have kids. So, like, they have a big family, and I imagine that they, like, volunteer to, like, babysit their grandkids all the time and, like, that type of stuff. So that's what I, like, build this as. Of, like, it is a grandparent's house, but it's also, like, kid friendly type of thing. So yeah, that's what I imagined with this build. We are paused at the moment. I must have gotten up and walked away from building, which I think I did a lot during this. This build, you'll notice it too, because I have it sped up more than I normally do. I think with this one, I have it sped up times either 4 or 6, when normally I only speed it up times 2, maybe 4, sometimes. But yeah, so this is definitely one of my, and this was recorded in, like, 4 different blah, 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 blah. This was recorded in, like, 4 different sessions over, like, a weekend period. So yeah, because, like, it's that thing of when I first started building this, it was like, when I first started building this, it was when, how do I explain this? It was when I was, like, my brain cannot compute what I'm trying to say right now. When I first started building this build, it was in, like, February, and I didn't finish it until April, because I kept, like, recording it and then stopping and then forgetting about it and then coming back to it and that kind of stuff. So that's good. What did I just kick? Oh, I have a tub that I keep my nail polish in, and I just kicked it. You probably didn't hear that, but if you did, that's what that noise was. Yeah, this build, I wasn't happy with it at first, and you'll see that as we go along. Like, in the beginning of it, I wasn't that happy with it. I didn't really like it, and I thought about not uploading it. But the more I just worked on it, the better I felt about it. So in the beginning, it is a little bit of a rough start, especially because I am struggling so much with this part right here. And, like, there are parts of it where I definitely do struggle a lot more than I should have. But yeah, it's not a huge deal or anything like that. So that's cool. Yeah. Oh my god. I wanted to talk about this because hopefully, I really hope it doesn't, what I think is happening is going to happen. But basically, so I bought, like, 4 or 5 copyright-free songs that were just, like, instrumental music. Like, I bought them, like, I paid for them. Turns out, most of them weren't copyright-free, and I got copyrighted on some of them, which isn't a big deal. It's not like I don't make money off of my videos, because I don't fit the criteria to put ads on my videos. But anyway, so some of my videos were copyrighted. That's fun. I was a little upset because the only reason I was mad about it was because I paid for those songs just for it to be a thing of, like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, I paid for those songs to be copyright free so I could use them in my videos for my end card and stuff like that. And it's not copyright free. So that's really, really annoying. And I was really annoyed with that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I was annoyed. So, I did find a copyright free, like, it's like like YouTube certified copyright free song that I'm gonna use. I went through and I looked at a lot of different songs, and that was the only one that I liked, because like the vibes of my videos are kind of meant to be like more chilled and relaxed, and like, they're a way for me personally to de-stress, so I don't like having like super high energy videos. It's a time where like me and the viewer can just chill out. So that's the plan when it comes to all of my content. But so many of the songs that I was looking at were just like super hyped up or like cheerful, when it's like, yeah, I want cheerful, but I also want like good vibes, just like chillax, like, set, like mellowed out music is what I wanted. I'm yawning. It's like my bedtime when I'm recording this, but I was in the mood to record. I was kind of in the mood to talk. This kitchen, by the way, I wanted to mention, I adore this kitchen. I put a lot of effort into doing this kitchen. So yeah, it's like my favorite part of the house. There's also the bedrooms upstairs on the up floor. There are 3 like quote unquote guest bedrooms on the upstairs floor, and second floor. That's the word I was looking for. On the second floor, and I love those bedrooms. And I like the way I did the bathrooms, because the bathrooms are simple yet like kind of colorful. So yeah, I very much like this build, and I've always liked doing like casual, wholesome family builds, or like grandparents' house build type of thing. I was having a lot of trouble with this part right here because of the wall, and I delete the wall and it's a lot easier. But yeah, I was having a great time with this build, if I'm being 100% honest. I liked furnishing it for the most part, but I spent a lot of time furnishing it, and I'm pretty sure after I finished recording, I went back and did add a couple of extra details. I can't remember. I don't know if that was this build or a different one. So I recorded a build, and the file that it was recorded on got corrupted when it was trying to process when I edited it, and that was fun. It's not a big deal because I didn't like that build all that much anyway, but it's whatever. You can see the leaves poking through the wall. I do change that. That does get fixed. It takes a long time because I don't do it until I'm taking screenshots. So you don't notice it until the screenshots that I changed it, but I do change that. I changed it to a different tree so the leaves aren't poking through, because I didn't notice for a while. Yawning again, because like I said, I'm kind of tired. I love the dining room. I like adore the dining room because it's so like classy, but it's not like, it like everything about this screams like grandma and like grandpa decorated this, with the browns and the neutral colors, but like the plants everywhere and the like fancy old-timey-ish furniture. Like I just adore it. And that bookcase right there in the corner, I love that bookcase. I use it in most of my builds. It's my favorite looking bookcase. I don't know why. I think it's because I have a similar bookcase in my house. We don't really use it for books. We use it as like shelving, but I have something very similar in my own house that I really like. And I think my actual grandmother has that like exact bookcase for knickknacks and stuff. So maybe that's why I like it. And I do like the like big, quote unquote, bigger version of it. It's not that it's like large or anything, but it is like the bigger version of it. And it has like that cool like industrial feel to it, So I really like it. What was that? Oh, I exited the game and then I came back. But yeah, this was recorded on a different day, and this was my this part right here, what I'm doing in the living room, was like the shortest point where I was recording. This part was only like 15 minutes. So like I was in doing this build for like 15 minutes. Then I was like, I'm done. I'm over it. So I think it was actually the same day, like the same session, quote unquote, but I stopped recording for some reason. Oh, I was having problems with OBS. OBS was giving me a hard time, which it likes to do. It was like encoding error or whatever, and I was like, oh my god, please, for the love of God, please do not die on me, OBS, because I have had problems with OBS before. I used OBS on my laptop, and it broke, like, to the point where OBS wasn't usable, and that was not fun. So yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to talk about, really. I'm very bad at this. Like, I'm very bad at voiceovers, mainly because I don't know what to talk about. Because if I'm being honest, my life is pretty boring. And, like, I don't really have anything to say ever. Like, and it's also a thing of, I don't like to listen to myself just yap on type of thing, you know? Like, I don't want to listen to myself talk. So why would anyone else want to listen to me talk? But I'm the type of person where I prefer speed builds with voiceovers instead of like music, and I don't want to go through the whole music thing again, so I'd much rather just do voiceovers, if that makes any sense. Also, if you can hear, like, if I go quiet for a second, that humming noise is a diffuser I have on my desk, and I just remembered that it was on, and I meant to turn it off before I started recording. I did turn it off, so you can't hear it anymore. So I'm sorry if you could hear that and it was annoying you. It was annoying me earlier. I was like, that's weird. That hum has never annoyed me. Oh, I love the entrance area. I love it. It's so grandparent-ish with the, like, encased island and the plants and the old looking bookcases and the wicker baskets with whack ass plants and fucking pine cones. Why are pine cones like seen as a decorative piece by grandparents? Maybe that's a Midwestern thing, I don't know. But I don't think it is. I think it's like, no, it's probably a Midwestern thing. The Midwest is kind of like that sometimes. How much longer do I have? Oh, we're over halfway through the recording. Okay. I was curious because I know that this is like a 24-minute video, and I've never really talked for 24 minutes unless it's my podcast. And my podcast is really structured and like almost, I'm not going to say it's scripted because I don't like type out a script, but I have bullet points and like summarizations of what I'm talking about on my podcast, because my podcast is a mental health podcast. It's a mental health and comedy podcast, which is quite the mix. But yeah, what is it doing? I got up and walked away from my computer, didn't I? Of course, I could have cut this out. Like this part right here, I could have cut it out, but I didn't. Because why would I? I'm gonna take a drink of water. Oh, I'm out of water. Oh no. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, I don't know. I've had, like, I fucking couldn't believe it. On my last speed build, which is my cute little cabin speed build that I did, I got 2 comments on that video, and the views are, like, going up, and I'm getting, like, decent views on it. And I was really surprised and happy with that. So thank you to everyone who watched that. I really hope people are like liking my content, because it's a type of thing where it's like I want my content to be better, but there isn't like anything I can do to make it better, if that makes any sense. Because, like, first of all, I am broke as fuck. And second of all, I'm not in the place where I can do this as like a quote unquote full-time job. Not that I ever really want to. This is more or less just like a hobby, which I know like every YouTuber is like, oh, it's just a hobby, guys. Like, I don't take it that seriously, but in all reality, they're in it for the money type of thing. Like, I get that. Like, I get that YouTubers are kind of untrustworthy now because so many of them are like that. But it is a thing where this is something I've wanted to do. I've wanted to do this, like create videos on YouTube, since I was like 13, because it seems like something that like I could use to take my mind off of things and like be able to, like, I've always wanted to have, how do I explain this? I've always wanted to have like a community online that I could be a part of, because I've never like felt, even if I have been part of a community online, I've never actually felt like it, if that makes any sense. Like, it's so weird because like, I understand that it's the internet and it doesn't matter, but I've always been so shy even online that it's always been difficult for me to even make online friends, and I've never properly made online friends. So it's a thing of, I've always wanted to have that, because I feel like online friendships are so cool and can be such like deep, amazing connections, but I've never known how to go about it. So I feel like if I had a community I could be more a part of, then that's, that's what I want to do. And yeah, like this, and it's that type of thing of, I see so many other YouTubers who are such huge inspiration and are so amazing, and like watching someone else entertain people and be so amazing at it, despite the fact that they're doing something like they enjoy so much and that they love so much. Like, it's very inspiring. Like, a lot of YouTubers that I personally enjoy and I personally watch are so inspiring, Like, you watch them and you're like, they're happy and they love doing this, because doing this makes other people happy and makes them feel less alone, And I experienced that very, very one-on-one, very, very, like, personally, in the sense of, like, watching YouTubers has helped me feel less alone, and has helped my mental health, and has helped me, like, it's helped me in a lot of aspects of life. And I think YouTubers, if they do it right, can be such a huge influence, especially on the younger audiences. Like, YouTube is swarming with children, and children need, like, don't get me wrong, yes, YouTube is a lot of swearing and dirty jokes and whatnot, but that's not what YouTubers are influencing, Like, so many YouTubers do monthly charity streams. So many YouTubers promote just being a decent human being, And it's that thing of, I say it all the time, of like, being online in social media is both such a good thing and such a bad thing, Where it's like, it's this thing of, we can do so much good if we work together. It's just a thing of, if people struggle to work together, it seems like, by such a, like, y'all have such a hard time being civil, because but it's also a thing, if we all did put our heads together and did something together and worked together, we'd be fucking an unstoppable force. So that's a lot of fucking food for thought. I also, like I said before, I'm not going to censor myself on my channel. I say the F word. To my father's demise, I say the F word. I'm like the baby of the family, so whenever I say the F word, my dad's like, watch your mouth. Because I'm the youngest. And no one ever wants their youngest kid to grow up, But I do it anyway. I'm an adult. You can't stop me. I can't be controlled, except I very easily can. I like listening to authority. Anyway, we've gotten really off track. Oh my goodness. I've been talking for 20 minutes. Can you believe it? I most certainly fucking can't. Screenshots are coming up kind of soon, and I think I'll, if I could talk, I think I'll leave this video here. This is one of my favorite areas, which is just the upstairs balcony area. I'm adding in like final little touches and details here. I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please let me know by liking, commenting, or subscribing. Sorry I went on that little tangent there, but hey, at least I talked about something. Normally in these videos, I'm just like, and don't really say much of anything. So yeah, like I said, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please let me know. Bye, I guess.
But I have to stay afloat. It's not easy. Be a person you don't want. Can somebody take me other thing? Going to do. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me. Just live behind me. Just live behind me. Look behind me. Look behind. Look behind. Look behind. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? Look behind. I don't know. Where's the life I? Where's my shy? Who is this called living? Look behind. I don't know. I don't wanna grow. Just live myself. I don't wanna grow. The things I left behind me.